Hello and welcome to Bella Star Astrology. I am your host, Stella, and this is the monthly reading for August 2022 for the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius, we've got a lot of 8th house happenings for you. But first, I just want to remind everybody, if you'd like to check out your other big three, your sun, moon, or rising, please go to the playlist in the link in the description. Also, if you would like your own reading, there is a link in the description about how you can get in contact with me about getting your reading. So please click on the link in the description to obtain more information. Now, let's hop right in, Aquarius. Like I said, this is a total 8th house energy month for you. Virgo is being activated by the sun, the new moon, and Mercury. I'm very excited for you, but let us begin with the first activation of your 8th house, which is going to be Mercury entering Virgo on August 3rd. This is such a fun placement for Mercury. It lends its thoughts, its strategy, its ability to solve problems and create problems in your 8th house, which is all about the money you earn from others, the money you earn from the money between you and your spouse, as well as any loans, assets, government debts, taxes that you have going on. So what you want to be doing is utilizing this energy to create solutions, to create thoughts of solutions, to create thoughts of new ways that you can get out of these debts. If you're somebody with like a student loan, this is a great time for you to apply and maybe obtain some sort of relief. Just take advantage of whatever opportunities come because Mercury is here. It's not benefic or malefic in any way, but it is beneficial to use Mercury energy to your advantage when it's in this sign. And then, as the month goes along, on August 11th, we have this sort of opposition energy going on from the full moon in Aquarius and Venus entering Leo. This is going to be hitting your 7th and 1st house. The full moon will be hitting your 1st house, and the Venus in Leo will be hitting your 7th. And this is just a lot of energy around new beginnings, restarts, whether that is an ending to your single life and now you're going to be in a relationship, which is usually the case with this energy. I've definitely seen it before where the full moon is hitting someone's 1st house and Venus is in opposition, and all of a sudden we've got relationships. And definitely take advantage of whatever persons or groups or peoples that you might meet, as they could lend some positive energy to you in your love life. And you might be ending some sort of aspect within yourself with the full moon in the 1st house, whether that's, how you identified before as single, or how you are identified as a person, in an attitude that you had, how you sort of come across. And this is such good energy for you to revamp your style and to do something new. Venus in the 7th house also gives a little bit of energy to your partnerships. So you might actually be able to get into some lucrative contracts or into some sort of agreements that support you and help you with your abilities. What you really want to make sure is that you don't lose the opportunities that Venus in the 7th house lends. Make sure you shine. Leo in the 7th house means that you need to shine to attract others, right? So make sure you shine in the way that you attract others. Make sure you dress up for that party. You look great for that outing. You always look good for those dates. And you're going forward with this positive energy about how you can attract someone into your life. Then, as we move on, we have Mars entering Gemini. And again, this is activating your love house. 5th house is all about romance, relationship, love, affairs that you might have. And again, since this activation is happening on August 20th, you want to make sure that you're doing things that are positive in that energy, because again, Mars in the 5th house can also attract to you some negative aspects of Mars, which is somebody who could be obsessive or a negative romance or a toxic relationship. You want to make sure First, you're looking at red flags while Mars is in this house. Like, hey, who's got these red flags? I don't want them near me. And second, that you're active in the energy of Mars in the fifth house and you're looking for love. You're out there actively seeking for it. You're thinking positively about it. You're attracting someone positive to your life. Definitely, this energy is wonderful for some sexy romance. So get out there and do things. And with this Venus in the seventh and Mars in the fifth, I'm telling you, this is such a romantic month for you, my Aquarians. Then we move on, and the sun enters Virgo on August 22nd. This is the second activation of your eighth house. Again, I want you to be making sure that you've got all your T's crossed, all your dotted I's. Like, look at those contracts, a doubly, triply, quadruply, and look at the way that you are managing your money. Look at the way you're attracting money to yourself on a deeper level. This is going to illuminate that area of your life where you are seeking for more wealth, seeking for the way that you manage money. And you want to make sure that it's all on point and it's all in the up and up, especially since Mercury is still in that sign, and you want to not be giving into that mischief of Mercury when it comes to the eighth house. You want to be giving into the positive energy of planning and thinking greatly and doing things that are, big money moves, especially with the sun coming in there. And later on in the month, as we'll go over, the new moon. Then we move on, and Uranus is going retrograde in your fourth house in Taurus. Now, Uranus has been here for a while, Aquarius, and I'm sure it's wreaked havoc on what it means to live, where you're going to end up, where you're going to be. I understand it. I'm sure you're living through these times where you're kind of like, what am I supposed to do with my life? And where am I supposed to call home? This Uranus in retrograde in Taurus is going to bring that all into focus. All these thoughts you've been having, all this, fears you've been having about where you're going to end up and what you're going to do and what home is. All of those things are sort of elevated. What you can do with Uranus retrograde, since it's going to elevate that unexpected energy, maybe there's a place you never thought you could live. Maybe there's a lifestyle that you never thought you could have as the foundation to your life. Uranus in this house is going to give you the power to make those things happen. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Take advantage of that energy while it's retrograde and do the unexpected. Activate the unexpected. Buy the house if you want to buy the house. Try for a mortgage if you want to try for a mortgage. Ask your family to get together, on an unexpected family vacation. I'm making things up at this point. Whatever activates the fourth house. It could be unexpected and it could be positively awesome for you. So take advantage of that energy. Then we have Mercury entering Libra on August 25th. This is moving Mercury out of your eighth house and moving it into your ninth house. And this is going to bring thoughts about your belief systems, about your sort of travel, about the philosophies you've been living, and really starting that ninth house activation that's going to happen next month. Just pushing it a little bit along. And maybe you've been thinking a lot and changing a lot of the ways you think about money. And now you get to go and spend. How would you like to spend it? What would you like to do? How would you like to educate yourself, etc.? So enjoy that energy of Mercury in Libra in the ninth house. Then the new moon in Virgo on August 27th is the last transit of this month. Well, really not the last, just the last major transit. And that new moon, again, is going to activate the eighth house. It's the final activation of your eighth house. You want to make sure you're sitting down. And now that you've had thoughts about your finances, now that you've really executed a few plans, now you're going to sit down and maybe make a plan for how you'd like the future to look in this sort of part of your life. Whether it's that you're going to get out of debt by X, Y, and Z date, or you're going to be able to pay off all your taxes come next year since you own your own business, etc. Like, these are great times when the new moon comes in, whichever house it's in. It's great for you to sit down and make goals and plans around that energy, around the house energy that it's in. So take advantage of that as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, and remember to check out the horoscopes for your sun, moon, and rising on the playlist below. Also, if you would like your own reading, please feel free to click on the link so you can learn more about how I can provide a reading for you, whether it's a natal chart reading or a specific forecast for the future regarding your astrology. Now, thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a wonderful month of August, my Aquarians.